whenever the people involved in it define it as the start. Like, I wouldn't say kissing is sexual activity. I define it as more of a romantic thing. So, like, farther than that, probably. Not necessarily as far as, like, oral sex. I would define it earlier than that.
Well, sexual, I think, okay, for me, that implies more than just, I guess it'd be a specific type of physical touch, so including, so more than kissing, more than touching. It would include touching, via genitalia.
Contact, like any kind of contact between, not all kissing, but like obviously you can kiss your mom, right? So that's not sexual contact. But I think with the intent, like at the end goal is sex or some sexual activity, like that would constitute the beginning of it.
Consent is a continual vocal affirmation of, yes, I want to do this.
Consent, to me, is approval and mutual agreement.
So consent is when a person is willing to engage, to even begin.
I think when someone has said specifically that unless I say otherwise, this is okay, like a certain action is okay. As long as there's full communication and at any point either party or any party can say whether they don't feel comfortable.
The word yes may not always have to come up, but I think there has to be some kind of mutual agreement. That may not always, be, specific in the word yes, but there could be mutual consent in a different way, I guess. I guess if two people, they know each other, or if they understand each other to a point where, the word yes doesn't have to be spoken, but like there is still a mutual agreement, I think that's okay.
Well, if you are married, I guess, and you've consented a long time ago and you guys are doing this, I don't think that there are different forms of consent. Obviously, when you first meet someone, it's a much deeper consent needed than when you know someone for years. But I still think if the consent status changes, then you need it for every sexual intercourse.
Probably on the internet, just discussions, like forum discussions with peers.
In the media and also at school too.
Life?
I did take it. I happened to have researched and talked about it before that, and I thought that the course was fairly good. I think it was a little bit shaky on, I don't remember it very well because it was my freshman year, so it's a couple years back, but I thought it was a little bit shaky on, like, encouraging people to get very vocal consent and that was like a normal thing to do. I think it really depends on the person, because some people are very, very vocal and specific about it. Like, I'm more specific about it, but I feel like some people just kind of don't care.
Well, I don't know. I know most kids just take it as like a requirement because you just kind of have to. And then so I guess if you think of it like that, like not a lot of people take it seriously. They just click next, to get through the course. So there's not really like a sense of people taking it seriously or the need to take it seriously just because it's like if you don't do it, you can't sign up for your next semester courses. So
I did take the course, yes. Things that I did poorly. Probably just very impersonal for something so important on a college campus. It was like the alcohol EDU thing where you could just get through it without actually reading it and without actually learning anything. By guessing the multiple choice, by clicking through all the readings, completely non-important, seemed very trivial.